Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Craig Williams again with another video. In this video it's going to be kind of a walkthrough and kind of a bit of a tutorial on variations in synth lines and how you can keep them fresh while sort of keeping the same feel throughout the track. So this is, as you can see up by here, it's a remix I did for Rob Roy. Didn't get picked up, but hopefully after the release we'll be able to give it away for free, so you guys can get a hold of it if you like what's going on. So I'll just play a bit of the track. So you get the idea there. So for that synth, it was something I made on the Juno and I'd sampled it out, and it's kind of like a ravey, grimy sort of lead, which is like this. As you can see, the sound was pretty much all from the Juno. I didn't sort of treat it too much after it, and all I did was just put a sub on underneath to really just give it that weight to carry on. Now if I just made that pattern throughout the whole track, it would be kind of boring. So here's a little tip that you guys can use at home that I tend to do a lot of my tracks, and I hear a lot of people do it. It really just keeps the sounds fresh and just keeps the listener interested in the track and like expecting something more and stuff like that. So what I've done is I bounce it down to audio, so it's exactly the same, and then it's just a case of going through and just editing the sounds up. So you can see I've put little edits in, and all that is just a case of me coming along. And it can be a bit tedious if you do it by hand. So if you hold down Option Command, you get the multiple, and then it's just a case of sort of highlighting them and just making them a bit smaller, and that's all I've done for these ones. So you can sort of see there, and because it's still traveling over different notes, but that's when you get sort of funky patterns like in this section here, where it sort of goes up. It's the same thing as what's going on, but just sort of changes it up a bit. And then again from there, I wanted to sort of keep the same feel, so what I've done is I use this as sort of like a middle 8 section where I pull some of the hats and stuff like that out, so when it transitions over it's like this. And then from there I wanted it to sort of do something similar to when it first dropped in, but again slightly different, to keep it fresh. So what I've done is I don't have the plugin here, but I use Isotope Stutter Edit and just routed the main sort of lead into the bus, and then from there the bus goes into the Stutter Edit, and then this is what I got after that. And those notes there are the same as what's being played in the first drop. So I haven't gone too far musically by trying to think of another line or something like that. I've just let sort of overproduce the sound and done things like use the plugins like Stutter Edit and stuff like that to sort of keep it fresh. So when it's in with the track, I've done exactly the same for the bass again. So you guys get the idea there. It's something that I find it's really good to do. Instead of just, I get a lot of tracks sent to me that just have the same bass line or the same synth line or whatever throughout the whole track. Maybe a little filter automation, but that's about it. And I think that if you just put in that little bit more, that sometimes it can really help a track sort of move forward a bit more than just having the same thing. Because if I hear the same thing in the first drop to the second drop, you know I'm not going to be playing it all the way through. I'm just going to play it first. If the track's really good, I'm going to play it first drop and then be mixing out straight away, which is not, it's what you don't want. You want people to listen to all the track. You've put in the time for all of it. You want people to listen to everything. So you want to sort of keep it fresh by doing those sort of changes and stuff like that, and really trying to make the track build throughout instead of just sort of one note throughout the whole thing. Some other little things that I've done to the track which I liked was with his vocals. As you can see there, I've just looped a section so when it plays, and then just keeps building on itself. And then I have the other bits going in underneath, little ad-libs. And just using the voice as like another texture, another tone to the track. I think it helps add a little bit more, and it makes it sound, just makes it sound more full, and still carrying on that vocal throughout the track, which is also a really good thing. Apart from that, everything else is kind of run of the mill, but those tips on editing your synths and stuff like that, I think can be really helpful, and hopefully you guys got something out of it. Don't forget to subscribe to my Facebook channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And when you hit me up on Facebook, there will be a bunch of free samples and stuff like that I've made, a whole sample pack. So if you don't have massive, there's still individual audio samples that I've made with the analog synths in my studio, so you guys can have some free samples at home. And also check me out on SoundCloud. There's lots of free music there, and also on Twitter. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Until next time, see you later.